Welcome, I'm your personal mentor. Please pay very close attention to this presentation. Before we get started, the FTC wants me to tell you something. The system I'm about to teach you has made me a lot of money, but that's no guarantee that it will work as well for you. In fact, there's no way I can guess how much money you might make using this. It may be more than me, it may be less. I just know that this is the most unique money-making system you will ever find, and I truly believe it will work for you if you just follow all of the steps I'll lay out for you right now. Let's get started. I'm about to show you how I turn $10 into $1,000 in less than 14 days, and how I can keep doing it over and over again. Look, $8,850 in completed domain auctions in just one day. I'm able to make all this money with no product, no list, no website, no expensive software, no waiting, and most importantly, no big investments. And I'm about to reveal the proven system I've used to go from $0 to $10,000 per month or more online, fast and with no risk. If you're ready to cash in on the internet domain name frenzy and learn how I turn $10 into $1,000, then this is the most important presentation you'll ever watch. So grab a pen because you might want to take some notes. Do you realize that over 47,450,000 new domains are registered each year? And an additional 42,625,000 are transferred to new owners? That's 90,075,000 customers waiting every year to spend their money. And you know what? They're waiting to spend their money with you. So if you're serious about making $5,000 or more per month online working less than 15 hours per week, then you must master the system I'm about to show you. There's just no way around it. You see, making money online isn't always easy, cheap, and profitable. In fact, if you don't know what you're doing, you could easily lose a lot of money and end up dead broke. Let's take a look at some of your options right now and why they are no good for you. First, running Google ads. Nobody tells you this, but you actually have to pay from 50 cents to $5 every time someone clicks on one of your ads. It could cost you hundreds of dollars a day. Then, if you find something that works, you could easily get shut down by Google and all of your hard work and thousands of dollars goes down the drain. Not fun at all. Or you could build some websites. But with that, you have to either know how to build one on your own, or you can hire someone for $1,000 to $5,000 to build a decent website. Then, after paying to have it built for you, you have to spend ongoing money on advertising to even make any sales. It can quickly become a huge money pit. Affiliate marketing. Even though this is a great way to make money online, it requires very specialized knowledge, and if you don't have the right training or lots of time to practice, it's very hard to make any money real quickly. You either need to have a mentor or a top-notch $3,000 to $5,000 program to follow. It's not a quick process for most people. Now, I'm not saying that doing all this stuff is all bad. If you have $5,000 to $10,000 or more to spend on marketing, and you have all the patience to do the whole trial and error thing for a few months until you see some results, then by all means go for it. But if you don't have a ton of money to start with, then you must find a better way. And you must not follow the traditional advice that most of the marketing gurus recommend. Do you feel frustrated yet? Well, don't worry, because I know exactly how you feel. But before I can show you my proven $5,000 plus per month money getting system, I want to tell you how I discovered it. So listen closely, because there are some very important lessons here. A few years ago, I was working in a warehouse. Very dangerous work, and I was going to tech school at night. Every morning at 6 a.m., I had to be at the warehouse for the early shift, stacking boxes and uncrating furniture for a minimum of 50 hours each week. And around dinner time, I headed to my second-rate tech school and took 3 to 5 hours of classes. I was trying to get a computer maintenance certification. Every night, I ate a late dinner, spent an hour or two with my wife, and spent the rest of the night scouring the internet, newspapers, and magazines looking for the right work-at-home system, program, or opportunity. I never thought I'd say this, but I hated my life. I was working my butt off, and I could never get ahead. We were lucky if we even had $50 left in the bank account at the end of every month. All I did was work, hunt for money, and sleep. And then work some more. I hated every single second of it. So I decided to quit tech school, and I used that extra money to really get into internet marketing. I wanted more freedom, more time with my family, and most importantly, more fun. My wife was not too happy about it at first, but when she saw how happy I was by doing something I was really passionate about, she supported me 100%. I went on a mad hunt, buying every program I could find. I was determined to find the secret I needed to make an extra $1,000 to $5,000 per month and fast. I wasn't trying to make millions. I was just simply trying to find a way to cover the bills and have just enough left over to live a little. And guess what I found out? The most common advice and products the marketing gurus are putting on the market goes a little like this. Find an affiliate product to promote and then spend your own money to advertise their product. They say it was so easy. So I did exactly what they all told me to do. I set up everything just like they all told me to. I bought the advertising they all told me to buy, and guess what happened? It didn't work for me. I never made a single dollar in profit. But wait, it gets even worse. Much worse. I ended up drowning in a ton of debt. I maxed out 3 credit cards in 5 months buying all of the programs and advertising the marketing gurus told me to buy. My wife even had to get a second job just to keep us from getting kicked out of our apartment. Talk about living the internet dream, right? I felt like I'd been dragged over broken glass and hot coals. It was awful. So I crashed and burned. I hit rock bottom. I was sick and tired of hearing about all these so-called gurus making money so easily on the internet while I was just getting buried deeper and deeper in debt with nothing to show for it. I was literally sick to my stomach and having panic attacks over everything. And then something amazing happened, and it completely changed my life. I had just maxed out my 3rd credit card on a ticket to an internet marketing seminar. I just knew that this was going to be the one that made it all work for me. I went to the live seminar with a lump in my throat and butterflies in my stomach, nervous but determined to figure this all out. At the 1:30 break, I met this 21-year-old kid with spiky hair at the bar. We started chatting. He had just paid $2,500 for this seminar, but he didn't go to any of the training sessions. He was just outside hanging out at the lobby bar. I was confused and shocked. He told me that the beginners sit inside the meeting room and just get amped up and pitch tons of high-priced products, while all the big players hang outside at the lobby bar to network and share their best secrets. Then I looked around and observed what was going on, and he was exactly right. After a few beers, I found out this kid makes $1.2 million a year without spending a single dime on marketing or advertising. That's $1.2 million in pure profit. I was blown away and really confused. All this time, I'd been following all those programs thinking that the only way to turn a profit is to follow the gurus and spend a small fortune on advertising. Boy, was I ever wrong. Long story short, I ended up learning everything I could from this 21-year-old spiky-haired kid. I emailed and called him every single week for 8 weeks straight and picked his brains out. He was making so much money on autopilot, he had all the time in the world to talk to me. I'd never seen anyone so generous. He was always happy to take my calls, and that's when my whole life changed. I spent the next couple weeks putting everything I learned from him into action. And here's what happened next, in case you missed it at the beginning of this presentation. Look, $8,850 in completed domain auctions in just one day. There's one for $2,125 with 17 bids, one for $1,630 with 25 bids, one for $1,605 for 16 bids, and the cheapest one went for $860 with 28 bids. Here's another one. Look again. $1,890, and this is just from low-end domain flipping. And I'll get to domain flipping in just a moment. I quickly realized that I had finally found the perfect system to make money online without having to put any risk on money or marketing or advertising. It was a system that anyone can get started with and make a lucrative full-time income simply by following the step-by-step blueprint. Once I saw how easy and effective this system is, I started to duplicate what I'd done over and over again. And the money just kept coming in. I am still amazed at how effective it is. It just never fails to work. If you thought the income from earlier was nice, take a look at this. $359.99, $249.50, $252.49, $426, and these are all individual domain name flips. Then it gets even better. $2,315, $4,461, $5,700, and even $7,500. Most marketers out there talk about making this money per month, and all of these numbers are off of individual domain name flips, which we'll get into in just a moment. But more importantly, I was finally able to experience a lifestyle of total freedom. I never had to worry about clocking in and clocking out every single day at a dead-end job. In fact, my wife quit her second job and we finally got to take a real honeymoon. I am now able to support my parents, charities, and other great causes and send all of them checks every single month. I told my wife she never had to work ever again, and I've kept that promise. My life has never been the same since I met that 21-year-old spiky-haired kid. It feels fantastic knowing that I've finally cracked the code to the insanely profitable domain flipping market and not having to worry about bills or time clocks ever again is the greatest thing in the world. So, the question is, what did I learn from Mr. Spiky Hair that turned my entire life and business around? Well, he taught me how to flip domain names, just like real estate, and how to do it quickly and profitably. How can flipping domain names make money? Well, domain names can be bought for as little as $8 and sold for up to $16 million. And unlike flipping real estate, the domain name market is online and it's virtual, so it's literally limitless. Most importantly, domain names are and always will be the most valuable commodity on the internet. And right now, over 47,450,000 new and unregistered domain names are bought and sold each year. This is simply an untapped opportunity for huge profits. And unlike the advice that the gurus give you, there is literally no risk to get started as a domain flipper. Following what everyone else is doing just means that you will always be one step behind. When you learn how to tap into the crazy profitable domain name market, you will always be a step ahead of the greasy internet marketing gurus. You need to work smarter, not harder. One of my close friends pays $10,000 per week in just advertising costs alone. Even with that huge investment, he still only profits $20,000 per month. Another friend of mine has a staff of 15 writers who creates articles for his marketing, and he pays them $20,000 per month and only profits $15,000. When you have to make such huge investments into your marketing every month, it's really hard to turn a good profit.